Good evening, it's Wilbert Cook again, the Hand Up Recovery Homes. Glad to have you. This week we're coming in on our next Thanksgiving Day program, Speakathon, and we thought we'd get back to our roots and get a speaker that can lay a little foundation moving into that especially important event. There on November 29th, Saturday, November 29th, right after Thanksgiving. Give you a chance to digest the turkey and be thankful for Thanksgiving with your family. And we're having a speakathon at Character Cincinnati AME Church in the 5th Senatorial District, in the 9th State Rep District, in the 24th Ward of Chicago. No, but anyway, having a little fun with it. But we're in all those designations, 7 congressional districts, all of that good stuff, because all of them are friends of ours in that area. But, and that's part of how our important guests got here tonight through those collaborations. But at Character Cincinnati AME Church, 1448 South Holman, from 1 to 5, we will have speakers every 15 minutes starting at 1:20. We will have opening prayer and readings from 1:05 to 1:20. And at 1:20, we plan to kick off with step 1 at 1448 South Holman, November 29th. We're going to have speakers from West Section Club, Evans Avenue. We're going to have people from the South Suburbs, North Suburbs, West Suburbs, people that's West Suburban Fellowship. We're going to have speakers from a little bit of everywhere. And we might even have one that still claim Mustard Seed or Wicker Park group. But we're going to have speakers. We're going to have some from the fellowship out there in Oak Park. You know, with our NA brothers and sisters. We're going to have a CA speaker. We're going to have a little bit of everything in the Fellowship of Recovery. You know, and tonight I've been blessed to be introduced by phone and finally see in person somebody I've probably crossed paths a few times on this road to change. And none other than Lyn Johnson. And I'm going to let him give you his bio because I only have a snippet and he knows better what is important to him that led him to be with us tonight speaking, and some of the other points he want to talk about as we go along, talking about how people can recover from alcoholism, substance abuse, gambling, weed addiction, you know, and all the other stuff. Yeah, so Lyn, you want to take it from here for a minute or two?
Yes, my name is Lyn Johnson. Thanks for having me on.
Yes, my pleasure.
I'm talking about a little bit about myself. I'm someone who lives in that experience with substance abuse. I started at a very young age. I started like 14, 15, and it escalated into my adult years. And I continued to use on until one day.
Okay.
One day I got tired.
Okay, all right.
I got tired. I wanted some help, but I didn't know how to reach out and ask for no help, right? I mean, because the lifestyle that I was living, I know jail come with it, you know, and I had to recover when I was in jail.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I laid on that floor. I was sick as a poison dog. I wanted some help, man. I cried out for everybody that was religious to lay hands on me and give me some help.
Okay, all right.
Right, but I mean, that's how my recovery started for me, and I told myself if I ever get over this here sickness, I never do it again.
All right, now.
But fortunately, I was sent down to prison, right? And I was in a setting of recovery, right? I was in Southwestern. That's where my recovery started from, right?
Okay.
I wanted to change. And I did all the necessary things that I was told to do while I was down there because I didn't want to come out the same person that I was.
Okay.
Now, this wasn't my first rodeo going in and out of prison. You know, I have been to prison several times. I'm not proud to say that. But I had a drug problem, and I know that I had a major drug problem. And I know for me, I'm just talking about me, I know what it took for me. It took for me to get locked up.
Okay.
It's sad to say, but it took for me to lock up. That's just a part of my recovery.
But you're still alive.
I'm still alive.
That's the important part.
Yes.
You know, some people didn't get locked up, and you know they left here while you was there.
Hey, man,
they went
look,
6 feet under.
I always imagine.
You know.
I always imagine, like throughout the years that I was using, you know, I always tell people jails and hospitals, they save lives.
They do.
They save lives because
Definitely.
I can imagine if I never had that intermission, how would you imagine I would look? I wouldn't look nothing like this here.
Right.
You know, so, but when I was down there, I learned some things, you know, because, you know, just my last bit that I was in, right, I had to learn how to live all over again. I had to change some things about me. Okay. You know, I had to crack that book open. I had to read that book and learn about addiction. And everything that I read in that book, it was pointed right at me. You know, I mean, most of the times when I would go to jail, I would act like I didn't have a drug problem because I tried to fit in with everybody else in there, but I always came out and did the same thing and always wind up going right back.
Wow, yeah.
Right back. I remember when I was in there, a guy told me, he said, hey, man, if you don't,
Take your time.
Okay.
Take your time. Relax.
He said, if you don't.
We got a few minutes.
Okay.
Relax. You ain't got to rush.
Right.
Yeah.
He said, if you don't deal with the disease of addiction while you in here, it's going to deal with you while you get out there. Because every time I went out there and I didn't deal with myself while I was in there, I always came back.
Wow.
I always came back, man. I mean, it was some things that I had to learn about myself. And first of all, I had to be honest with myself that I was an addict.
Okay.
You know, that's the first step to admission. You got to admit that I'm an addict and I had a problem. I need some help. You know, and once I started admitting and talking about myself and sharing my feelings and stuff with people that was in recovery, that's how I got better. You know, when I got out, right? When I was in the joint, right? I didn't want nothing but the program. I didn't want to work in no kitchen. I didn't want to work in no farm. I didn't want to do nothing like that because I had nothing coming in, right?
Lyn, I'm gonna pause you for a minute. You hitting a few buzzwords. I know what you mean.
Yeah.
You know what you mean. People that's been through your experience in and out of jail and dealing with addiction on a harsh level know what you mean. But some of our viewing audience is younger kids, teenagers, other parents, family members. And some of the things like BIT, they may not be sure what that means.
Okay.
Or the joint, you know, I know. See, they might be thinking you talking about when you go to and do the smoke a bunch of weed, because that's what the old joints, many of us that didn't have the other addictions, our joint was the weed back in the day, but other folk were going to do the time. So you might want to point out when you interchange some of the words with what's familiar to us.
Okay.
To make sure we drop a definition. Plus, all of them ain't seen the latest Tubi movies. I thought that's a good joke in there because they all over Tubi now, some of the stuff that we trying to get away from and teach folks to live different, but they gangsta up on Tubi. Right, so yeah. We want to get them a little more education too, because they need to be educated on.
What I mean when I was in the penitentiary, right, I was getting that's when recovery really started for me. I had to be honest with myself. I had to admit that I had a problem with drugs and alcohol.
Right.
You know, once I made that admission that I had a problem with drugs and alcohol, that's when my life got better. I mean, up on my release, right, I did some things that, I always tell myself, man, if I can stay on the streets and walk the street for 30 days and not use, I'd be well off on my way.
Wow. Oh, wow. Yeah.
And it was hard for me because usually, I tried a lot of things, right, to get clean. I tried the geographical change. I'm gonna move out of town. I'm gonna move out of over here. I'm gonna move to Champaign.
You didn't go to Iowa, did you?
I ain't go to Iowa.
Oh, because you know we got a lot of people went to Iowa and they messed up Iowa. And they got harsher time. They might as well stayed here. They'd be home getting sober, clean down.
But then I always wind up coming right back here. So I had to face it here. When I faced my problem here, life got better with me. I work for an organization called Bobby Wright. I do
Okay,
outreach.
that's good.
I do outreach for substance abuse. I work the Lawndale area, Garfield area, Humboldt Park area, Austin area. What I do, I canvass through the neighborhood.
Okay.
I canvass through the neighborhood, and I win the trust of people throughout the neighborhood. I talk to people about substance abuse. I mean, it's obvious that the ones that I stop, I talk to them, they have a drug problem because I can recognize it. One addict can recognize another.
Right.
So I win their trust. A lot of people that they call me, I take them to detox and treatment. I help them get on the methadone program because a lot of these people on the streets, I mean, who've been using for so long, right?
Right.
They need to be held by the hand.
Yeah, definitely.
And I'll hold them by the hand. I walk them through this process.
You didn't use alone usually.
Huh?
I say you usually didn't use the drugs alone, so sometimes you need help.
Right.
You know, I remember anteing up for the drink to go in Rockchilds on Roosevelt
Right.
and Central Park, you know, anteing up for the drink to go in the liquor store on 16 St. Louis, or anteing up to go to Buddy Shaw back in the day on the 3rd floor on Crenshaw for Do or Die. I started riding in the Cadillacs. But anyway. So, I mean, we went with other people. We got together with other people. So I'm glad to know you're out there helping people grow into recovery and helping them try to avoid some of the pitfalls.
It's plenty much needed in our neighborhood.
Right.
Because if you ride down Madison Street, I mean that's just there's in plain daylight that you can see people who struggling, who dealing with addiction. You know, a lot of them want to get help. Don't think on people that you see leaning over, bent over. You know, they just don't know how to deal with reality right now.
Right.
You know, these are the people that been stepped on. People's done put down. You know, they need a hug. They need love. They need somebody to show them a way out. And it is a way out to recovery. Because it was a time that I thought I could never make it out.
Okay.
You know, until when I got out of the penitentiary, I got in recovery. A lot of brothers and sisters showed me a lot of love, genuine love. They helped me through my process, man.
Right.
You know, so, I mean, that's just a way of me giving back, helping somebody who was just like me. I know my purpose of life is helping people who are just like me, people who struggle with addiction. Hey, man, they really need some help.
Right.
And sometimes it can be brought up, you know, but sometimes it can be overlooked too, though.
Oh, definitely.
You know, I mean, that conversation, I mean, throughout the neighborhood, I mean, we all know that some of these people need some help. We should continue to try to get people's help like this here who need help, not just forget about it, because they are human.
And yesterday we talked on the phone about the different levels. One, you got polyaddiction, then you got dually diagnosed, and actually polydiagnosed now, or, you know, triple threat. It could go one or either way. It could be added with hepatitis or added with HIV. You can have them kind of illnesses along with your addiction or alcoholism or your substance abuse, mental health, and possibly be hepatitis C positive and or HIV positive. So how do you help some of the people that's dealing with those additional issues with their substance abuse? You know, and I'm sure, and I know you deal with it because you already told me that you deal with it.
You know, it take a
but
whole
they
lot,
need to know.
But it take a whole lot of courage for somebody to even share that with somebody. Because I run across a lot of people who was HIV, right? And they struggling. They want to get clean, but they struggling with the HIV too, though.
Right.
So what I try to do, I try to point them in direction of people who have that, so they can get them the help that they need.
Definitely.
I do that. That's what I do.
Right.
And I'm not trying to put anybody's business out there, but I mean, we have some members that who's are HIV, and they doing real good. I mean,
20 years. We got 25-year member.
Yeah, they
that's
doing
at least 25 years clean and sober, and hepatitis C managed as well as HIV in remission. Remission in HIV is undetectable in your bloodstream in a level that they consider you, what some people say cured, is remission. Just like cancer and other things, it's no longer a danger to your health as long as you maintain your medicine
Right. I mean,
right.
Yeah, because I know some people's around the room, they look very good. I mean, they take care of themselves.
Look good as us,
Yeah,
bro.
they take care of themselves. And they doing real good.
Thinking I look good, they look good. Yes.
Something like that can happen to anybody, especially when you're out there in your addiction and your youth.
Oh, yeah.
So they need to be shown some love too. They need some help as well, though.
Right.
So when I come across people like that, I try to point people in who's dealing with that and who know how to deal with that, and point in their direction where they can give them the help that they need.
Right.
Because I run across people with cancer and all that too, though.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And they continue to use, man. That's that's just their way of numbing themselves.
Yeah, unfortunately. I had a friend with HIV passed a few years ago because he just could not wrap his hands. That, and he never stopped using people. If he could hustle you, get over on you, even when he was sober and clean for them 2 years, 3 years, months, he still would use people. I mean, and he inadvertently would always go back to using the drugs and the alcohol. And man, he would get blessed with good jobs with board of education, CTA, blow them all to go get another one. Pull the bus over on Madison one day. His family told me about it. And it's like, Will, why can't he be like you? I'm like, but Will, thanks for not giving up on my brother.
Right.
I swore before God, as well as he followed me into recovery 35 years ago, and he just couldn't maintain. But every step of the way, I kept reaching back for him. I never got to the point where I'm like, oh, you just won't do right? No. If I can help, here's my new number. Did you lose the number? You got another phone? Bumped into him doing all kind of stuff, try to feed him on the streets, all kind of stuff. But he came from good family.
Yeah, but it's about planting that seed in them. I mean, most of the time, people don't get it the first time because I didn't get it the first time. Yeah. First time I went into a detoxing treatment center, I begged them people to let me in. Okay. Right? I begged them to let me in, and the next day I woke up, I told them I'm fine, I'm all right, give me my clothes.
Wow, okay.
Just to go out there and get some more pain. And I had to realize that, man. I mean, it's just more than that, though. You have to really give yourself a chance if you want to change, man. I mean, because this don't happen overnight, especially when you're going through detox, man.
Right.
The stuff that they got going on out here right now, it's like fentanyl. It take a long time for them people to kick that.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
Yeah, it could be very painful. Sometimes them guys, I take people to detox out south, and by the time I make it back out south, they didn't beat me out south.
Right, yeah.
I mean, they didn't left, though. But recovery is a beautiful thing, though. I mean, it's the best thing that ever happened to me is me giving myself a chance and get my life back on track. Because since I've been living this life, life's been good. I'm a single parent.
Oh, okay. Great,
yeah,
my brother.
I have a
13-year-old
son. I have a 12-year-old son that I've been raising since he was like 3 months.
Oh, wow, okay.
Right? I recently got married last month.
Oh, wow, October congratulations, 17. Man.
Yeah, I needed some help.
Okay, I heard that.
I need some help and stuff.
So blended family? She got a kid or two? Or
yeah, she got a daughter.
Okay. So
older daughter, 35.
So. So somebody else can help too, both of them. Yeah, no, look at that.
All a big family.
Big family, that's great.
Yeah, but recovery, I love this here, recovery, man.
Right.
Just like I say, a lot of things that I didn't see since I've been doing outreach, right?
Right.
Probably the worst thing I ever seen is I seen this young lady there who was in addiction. She had a baby on Madison.
Wow. Had the baby?
She had the baby on Madison.
Oh,
the baby fell. She picked the baby up, put him in the garbage can.
Whoa.
Right,
Lord.
and it was so sad though, right? I mean, that's just a disease of addiction. And I had to. They called me, right? Because she couldn't go to the. She didn't want to go to the ambulance, so they couldn't force her to go.
Right. Okay.
So some people that called me, I came. I talked to her, and I convinced her to get in my truck, and I took her to the hospital.
Okay.
Yeah, it's
Wow.
a lot of things that I seen when I was since I've been doing outreach. I done walked up on dead bodies, man.
Wow, yeah.
Most of the time, people just walk
I'm
past.
on Pulaski and Van Buren, so they drop dead every year, 2 or 3.
Yes.
Somewhere within the half block of my house,
Mm-hmm.
the vacant lot. You know, I'm glad they cleared the cars out because a few times people fell behind the parked cars in the lot.
Yeah.
And people didn't see them till way too late to help. Versus now the lot is at least cleared. Sometimes if somebody is distressed, you can look up and possibly see them in distress.
Mm-hmm.
If it's a man down, as we say, you could try to get them some help. And then I keep Narcan with me.
Oh, yeah.
I got Narcan out in the truck now. I got Narcan in my vehicle. I got Narcan in the house on each floor.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I give out Narcan in the streets, you
Right.
know, and I get some of mine from Beverly Dunley. They used to be with Prevention Partnership that's over there with Transforming
I got a trunk full of dark.
Recovery Services.
Right.
Over there that's in the backside of on California.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm sure you got plenty.
I got plenty of them.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't leave
So
without it.
you might have to give me another box on my way out today. So I have make sure make sure that the stuff don't expire either. I want to make sure they're getting the full strength. Plus, never hurts to have a few extra doses because that fentanyl, sometimes you need 2 or 3 just to get them alert and say they like.
4 cans. I'm usually like
Ooh.
a 16
See,
milligram.
thanks for letting me know that
Yeah,
I might
with
need
the
the
Narcan.
4th one if somebody in real grave trouble. You know, so that's important. Tell them a little bit about Narcan and how simple it is to use for people that may encounter folks.
Okay, Narcan now they got the nasal spray, which is much easier, right? I mean, you just when you see somebody ODing though, you open the Narcan and you put it to their nose, right? And you just squirt it up their nose and hold their head back. And most of the time, it take about 2 or 3 because if they got fentanyl in the system, because the first 2 is it's not going to work. Usually, when I Narcan people, I use about 4 of them, right?
Wow,
And
okay.
they like 4 milligrams. All together add up to 16 milligrams. You know,
Okay.
and when you get people's Narcan, be sure you call the ambulance right away,
Right.
Because they can have a reaction.
Okay. And see, that was something I didn't know about the reactions as much, other than sometimes they come alert and be like, you messed up, they high.
I didn't experience that so
When
many
people talk about
times.
that, I'm like, man, do I try to help them? And they
They
gonna
did.
get up and say I messed up, they high?
Yeah,
Or they
get
gonna
mad.
run off for the ambulance, get there, stumble off to try to go get one more. But anyway, the bottom line is saving lives. You
Yeah,
know,
it's all about saving
you
lives.
kind of make light of how the disease can destroy your own concern for your own life. You can get so caught up in getting high that you no longer value your life over getting high. Your life is to get high. Like some people, me overeating, and Farrakhan and Elijah Muhammad's always taught us to eat to live.
Right.
And sometimes they say you'll eat yourself out this world when you're obese. Well, likewise, people on addictions. Similarly, or gambling, you destroy everything, or shopaholics, which we don't talk about enough.
That's
All those
addiction.
diseases destroy families as well as individuals. The only difference is the stigma not on those as much, but the reality, the destruction of families has caused folks to really want to look at those more closely now. The other part is the pharmaceuticals. We keep talking about them drug cartels, you all, but a lot of fentanyl and Oxycontin still come through the pharmaceutical corridors. And we're going to be honest on this program, you know, systematically, nobody wants to deal with the medical industry and their malfeasance. The fact that they have, some of their colleagues have participated in helping kill us on these streets. Everything ain't on the neighborhood peddler,
Right.
nor will I on this show let us think they the only ones. You know, you got a minute, I'm gonna give you that minute because we've had a pretty good dialogue and I'm so happy to have you, Lyn, to talk about whether you want to talk about services Bobby Wright give, certain how they could reach you at
Okay.
Bobby Wright, or if you got a sale they give you for, you know,
Now, I mean, I don't have a cell phone. You can personally use my personal cell phone. My cell phone is 773-366-2524. If you know anybody who wants to go to a detox or a treatment center, you call me. You call me. I don't care what time it is. You call me. I would personally come and pick them up and take them to a detox or a treatment center for they can get some help.
All right, and you can call Bobby Wright, Google it, and you can ask for Lyn Johnson if you don't remember the number or didn't get to write it down. And remember, Hand Up Recovery Homes in conjunction with Carriage Cincinnati Church with the help of Cedric A., Ron J., and myself, Wilbert C. We're having a speakathon, 1448 South Holman at Carriage Cincinnati Church, lower level. It's on November 29th, Saturday. That's 2 Saturdays from now, within really about 10 days.
Yeah.
1 to 5, steps 1 through 12. Be there, be square, and keep hope alive. To be aware is to be alive, as my buddy Bob used to tell us out south.
Fact, all
Boys
you
the men.
newcomers, give yourself a chance. This program worked. Look at me. 21 years, 4 months,
All
18 days today.
Blessings. Peace out.